All right. After that thrilling intro. Oh wait. It is not. Oh, there we go. Okay, sure. That's a little goofy, but all right. So yeah, welcome back to another thrilling installment of whatever this is, Mecha Mondays. I'm your intrepid pilot, Fragath, and today we're going to continue our run through Macross Ultimate Frontier, a PSP game, by a little company called ArtDink, who have in recent years gone on to make, what was it? Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z, which was eh. Um, they did a bunch of the recent Sword Art Online games, which were all kind of like Macross 30, but pale imitations. Sadly, they all kind of felt sort of samey, which they do. But I think their particular samey formula works a lot better when you have transforming fighter jets blowing each other up, or giant robots blowing each other up, than it does a bunch of people who think they're stuck in an MMORPG, where apparently you can die, and somehow this got onto the open market. Question mark? Always have had problems with that particular conceit. It works in the Matrix, because people are not there by choice and they serve a higher purpose, that is, acting as copper tops. In Sword Art Online, it does not seem to have that particular get out of jail free clause. They do not have an escape. It's just silliness. So yeah, here we have what their VF1As, I guess. Yeah, but they're cooler because they have the Skull One, or they have the Skull Squadron paint Jolly Roger on it, so it's better somehow. So this is the Do You Remember Love section. Do You Remember Love in Macross canon is sort of a, not to be confused with a Macross canon, but Macross lore is, I think, still nominally a kind of a dramatic reinterpretation of the events, reportrayal of the events of the original Super Dimension Fortress Macross. Do You Remember Love, the title, is derived from one of Lin Min Mei's songs that she sings very loudly and effectively against the Zentradi menace. So as you can see, a little bit of grinding has occurred. Mostly it was just to get that one mission in, where are you? In Super Dimension Fortress Macross, I think it was this one, where Quamjin shows up and starts wrecking shop, and you have to defend some objects, and some Destroids are there with you, and you have to blow them all up. I had to like grind for like a solid hour to max out, or to get enough points to improve a different mech, and then kind of cheesed my way through it and got very lucky, because the first time I did it I still only got an A and was kind of a bit mystified and bedazzled. But we're moving on from that. We are moving on indeed. I think in the shop we can already buy... What are you trying to tell me there? What is wrong? Oh, I know what's wrong. I'm going to have to do this every single time. Because my co-pilot is somebody different. Actually, out of a sense of general interest... No, that's the wrong button. No, still nothing yet. Still can't use them yet. I could, I guess, start grooming them for the purpose, but it will be painful. So we're not going to do that. But we can use Minmay if we wanted to. Minmay's song is useful against Zentradi. Unfortunately, her auto skill is not as good, especially now that we have a nearly maxed out SP stat, which is I'll say, very good. It's kind of fantastic. Yes, okay, I think we're basically set. I've beefed up its, as much as I can, its health and shot defense. I'm ignoring melee defense because we should not be getting punched and kicked at this stage. I'm hoping to get through all of this and into the Macross Plus era. We'll see if that happens. This for something that's how many episodes long is Do You Remember Love? Like 6 or 12? It's not very many. It's fairly short. This is pretty meaty game-wise. So this is the Do You Remember Love iteration of the Macross, where it has the actual their space aircraft carriers for arms instead of actual aircraft carriers. It's a bit more symmetrical looking. Here we have Roy. Here we have Ikaru. Here we have Max. I don't remember if Kakizaki's in this, which is sort of sad. So yeah, here we go. Our stats are garbage again, to the resin surprise of nobody who's ever played a video game before. I should probably look on the aluminum so I can actually see. So something interesting, if I ever decide to actually pause on one of the upgrade screens and actually take note of the stats, is a lot of the weapons wind up actually having pretty comparable damage value. Oh, jeez. Oh, the VF1A has all three. That's really cool. I didn't know that. So this one will probably be my backup. For damage per projectile, I should say. The stats are pretty comparable. So my machine gun pod and my missiles do pretty similar damage per projectile, but I can tell you from experience that some of these things are much easier to hit with than others. Shooting this thing to death immediately from the get-go is maybe not my best idea, but we'll be fine. Oh, these things are annoying. Oh, we clipped him. So we're now going to clip him a lot more. Like that. Here we go. Alright, you know what? Heck with this. Shoot him! There we go. That went fairly well. I got my paint scratched. Oh, so another thing about this era that I just totally forgot up until right now is, unfortunately, multi-part missions out the wazoo. There are a lot of them. So not only do you have to get through part A cleanly, you have to get through the next part and the part after that cleanly. That's where the actual difficulty comes in. This part, I think, is the one where everything goes pear-shaped, or flipped on its head. Can I not fly around as a fighter craft? Yes, I can, because I'm not in armor. They are throwing new Jattlgers at us already, and it is just the beginning. Business. That was maybe more business than I should have hit them with, but we have hit them with it, so they are now business people. So now we have more Jattlgers. These are the Do You Remember Love variants, which are basically identical. And to deal with these guys, we are just going to do what we normally do. 2 50-foot tall aliens in power armor is blast them. wow, he did not pop his super? That's splendid. We're still going to take a hit at the end of this. Oh, please. I don't actually know what they're shooting. So now we have to fight this thing. I think we also have to rescue Min-Mei, if memory serves. Yeah, we do. There's Min-Mei. I don't know what the 88333 thing is. So now we have to catch her, which is not actually that easy. Fortunately, we can do that. Like that. I made that look a lot harder than it needed to be. That actually went pretty well, other than me getting grazed pretty badly by a giant laser. Okay, that's enough. So we got an S, which is good. We want those. My SP stat is now up at 99, which is as high as it goes. That's where we want it to be. That is a desirable turn of events. Chronicle mission, that could be Super Pack. That sounds right, that they're giving me one fairly early. Yes. 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 And it boosts my stats a bit. Reduces some other stats. That's fine. Bump those up because those are reduced. I think one of those is turning radius and the other is something else. I don't actually remember. Brain fart. Okay. Well, we're using it in any case. Oh, I need to make sure my ally has that equipped as well. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I'll just double check. This is what we're going to be keeping through to the end of the game. We are going to be getting things that are around here or here later, but not yet. What I may do is switch to using this character and groom them. I thought there was a way, maybe it's under record, is where the relationship stats are. No. No. Ah, here we go. Here is the relationship chart. And how given characters feel towards each other. This improves stats. It's important. I promise it's important. Kind of important. It's I truthfully don't even remember how much it affects you, but it does. So confidence, these all do something different. I don't remember actually what they do. It has something to do with the stat distribution and what stats are more relevant than others. It's suffice it to say it does actually do things, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what it does. Having more of it is better. And if we were really, truly, earnestly going to grind the crap out of this game, we would be making sure that we're leveling it up with a bunch of other characters, as I have done on my actual save files on my actual PSP, which this is a different scenario. You tell him, Min-Mei, whatever you're saying to that poor boy. So this is the beginning of a kind of obnoxious trend that we're not going to see too often, but is going to happen from time to time, where we're going to have an objective, a targetable objective, that we aren't necessarily supposed to shoot at. We're going to shoot at him anyway, because we don't like Minmay, and we're trying to save the universe a lot of grief. Mostly Hikaru. We're trying to save Hikaru a ton of grief. I don't even remember what we're supposed to do here, if we're supposed to shoot at him or not. It's probably gun pod bullets we're supposed to hit him with. But I don't remember now. So we're just going to wail on him until something connects. He's not taking any damage, which means I'm not hitting him with the right things. Or it's just time-based. And then we have to defend him. This sort of an interaction is going to become highly relevant later in Macross 7. In Macross 7, it's going to happen all the time, and we're going to have to actually be careful. Because we will wind up beating up certain individuals that we are not intended to destroy. Now, we like Neki Basara. We don't want to shoot him down, because we want to listen to his song instead. But he is going to insist on getting in our way. I'm going to tell my ally to super that. You also notice that my missiles have actual little boom boom explosions, spherical. Oh, here we go. This thing is loaded for bear. I like it. This is a good super pack. We're going to want to keep that. Boom. Oh no. Glaucs are still scared. Until you hit him with the business. So we don't want them to take that kind of damage. That's very bad. Because otherwise we're destroying the timeline. And why is this Cloud not doing? Oh, because it's an officer. I knew that. I pay attention, I swear. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. That actually went fairly well. I'm going to take out this one. And then I'm going to focus on this one, and then we'll do cleanup. That's right, I can actually get away with using my SP attacks. Yes, very good. Go forth and moin in my name. Okay, that went all right. Yeah, it was an A because he took damage. We took damage. It could have gone better. This is probably the mission that would give me that VT1 which I already have. And it's bad. We don't want it. We have it because we bought it like a fool. And I think that orange text is like hidden conditions sometimes. I don't know why it's showing me them. We're going to ignore that for now until we get better stats, basically. Because we really don't have a choice. Having more speed is probably not a bad idea. I think that's mobility and that's thruster. Having more damaging stats is also good. But right now we need to actually take a hit. And that's kind of a bit of a problem. Right now these super packs are going to be kind of in our way. Because it's a lot of missile-based stuff, and some of this is not ideal for that. Where is it putting me? Is this the one where I have to double back? Oh, this is, this mission is tricky. So this is the reinterpretation of the events, that occur leading to Roy's mishap. Things are a bit different here. That's much better. So we want to just shoot these things all to death. Not get hit. This one's tricky because it's actually going to be kind of hard. Did I miss one? Also, Kamjin shows up because he's a dink and he needs to show up. It's Roy! He's our boy! Excuse me, getting them with a business, and my allies actually keeping up with me, which is very reassuring. That will not always happen. So do you remember love? Roy gets taken out by someone other than the person he was taken out before. Oh, and now he's using a super. We're not having that. We're gonna just hit him. Better don't. Actually, pretty good. And now for the hard part. Mostly because this thing is just incredibly maneuverable. And it's probably about to do bad things. Like that. Well, guess what? I too can do bad things. That went reasonably well. I didn't take much damage, my allies did. I ran into a wall. We're gonna do that. I can't remember if they drop a lot of enemies on me here. I think there's a second part to this, though, which is the hard part. We have to actually... Oh, that's a space for it. Thanks, Misa. Sorry about that. Ah, we get our first taste of the VF1S. It's too bad because the VF1A is actually pretty decent. It's got a good super attack, and that counts for a lot. But we are going to switch to the superior machine because the stat difference is noticeable, as y'all can see. I think, though, it has like a melee-focused super, which is really bad, but... Them's the breaks. What color edits do we have? Oh, we've got a bright pink one? Yeah, we're good. We'll go with the bright pink. We'll put our partner in the stealth. I say stealth. And we're going to change you to a yellow. I think this is just, like, combat training. Yeah, it is. This one's kind of tricky.
VF1 バルキリースーパーパック装備を許可するわ。発進準備完了。出ます。作戦を開始します。
This is tricky mostly because it's a knife fight. You have no room to move, and there's a lot of stuff to shoot and not get hit. I forgot to assign stats, so this is going to be interesting. Whatever, we'll redo it after this, because I have a sneaking suspicion this is not going to go too well. Oh, jeez. A few times I'm going to be able to get away with that, so I might as well do it now. I got all that. Things we don't want actually hurting, using a super on us include monsters very much, because that'll like nuke the entire area and we'll die. We also don't want to get hit by that flamethrower. That thing's actually very dangerous, because it does damage over time, and there's like nothing else that does that. But it's, and now of course we have to fight Max, which is just great, and Kakizaki because he's around. Ha ha ha! Something, something. Get back to my steak. So Max didn't die, which is a bit disconcerting. And now he's giving my ally the business, which is less than ideal. So I'm going to give him the business and hope this actually takes him out, because if it doesn't, I'm in trouble. Kakizaki's a problem enough. I think that's his name. Fortunately, we're getting him pretty good. That mission can go south very quickly if you do what I did there and leave Kakizaki for the end. Because he will deploy his the Macross shield explosion, which will take out this entire area, and there is nothing I can do about it. I will either die flat out, or I will take so much damage it might as well not matter. Oh wow, we actually got an S out of that? That's really good. Wow. And we got Max's VF1S, which is cool. Which we will probably sidle on into. We did not get another super pack though, but I think the other options at this point are kind of anyway, so it's probably not a big deal. What is his ammo count at? 84 versus Max's is probably more. No, it's the same. Sometimes you have some actual stat variations between different characters. What do you have? Oh, he's got multi-locks? Yeah, we're using that. I might leave my partner in this one. No, I'm going to put them in this. Heck with that. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to beef up as much ammo into that as I can. I'm going to put my ally into the super pack, even though that's going to change the weapons loadout substantially. The difficulty with the max variants is they tend to be a tad fragile, because he focuses on never, ever, ever actually getting a hit, which is, as you can probably guess, a tad handy. I might just not use a super pack. Because it'll actually be a little easier. So Max tends to, and you're gonna see, like, not yet, but in a while, some of the personal units Max gets are completely off the chain. His VF22 is just ridiculous. It kicks some serious booty. Mostly it's because Max kicks booty. Whatever, you could put him in a scope dog from Armored Trooper Bottoms, and he would probably give Kiriko QV a run for his money. And he could, like, take out super robots. He's crazy. He's a maniac. I think this might be where we kill off Kakizaki, because he's a goon, and we don't need him anymore. Wow. We do not have personal point defense devices for ourselves yet. That will come later. We're just gonna hit him with that and hope that that hits. We get him? We got him. That wasn't even an officer, so maybe a tad wasteful. So if this has a melee combo, I'm definitely going to switch to the super packs. Good weapons or no? Yeah, it's a melee combo because of course it is. Whatever. Get away with it now because I'm not going to be able to later. Whoops. Boom, 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 boom. You also notice I'm quite maneuverable now, which I was not before. Max is a speedy speed boy. I think we have part 2. Nope, we just have... Okay, we don't want to go for that one. We want to go for this She just made some snarky comment about small fry, and I don't take kindly to that. Sako this. So she boogies. We have to either get to this or blow it up or both. There is a part 2 to this mission. As I recall, it has been a while. Okay, I think it is maybe just blowing it up. This is not the only time we're going to have to blow up ships. We're going to be doing it a lot. Oh, no! These things are armed. They are armed and dangerous. This is a Meltrandi gunboat. Not entirely unlike the Macross itself, incidentally. I believe that was a Meltrandi vessel as well at one point, before it crashed crashed on Earth. I didn't want to do that. I don't want to do that either. This is one of the bigger things we're going to have to shoot down for a while, and then Macross 7's going to hit, and you will learn the true size of having to blow things up. It's going to be a little bonkers. I also have to remember on a later mission here towards the end to switch my auto skill with my support pilot, because it will Josh. Okay. Not okay. Oh god. Oh god, the pain. Oh no. So Milia there was like, "Yo, you thought you had me outside, didn't you? Well, guess what? I don't take kindly to your chicanery." And thus, Frag was obliterated. I'm gonna switch to using the super pack because it's going to help, and it will make me feel better. So yeah, that could have gone better. Could have gone better. We're actually gonna invest in oh shoot, no, defense is for the weak. We want accuracy on our missiles. Defense is for the weak. Improve your missile accuracy. One of these is missile range and the other is speed. I don't really care. But yeah, missiles are like these. These do 59 damage until I upgrade them to here, then they do 60. By default, my gun pod does 61 and can get higher. This obviously does a lot because it's a big boom boom. You go boom, and things go boom. It's a good big boom boom. Upgrading my melee might not be a bad idea, so I can make the most of my supers. I'm going to ignore lasers because they're lasers, and we are not big fans of lasers here. In Macross, I should say. Lasers are cool, but in Macross they're kind of eh. Mostly because things can literally dodge them. You wouldn't think that, but it happens. Between miniaturized space folding devices and a few other ridiculous super technological gimmicks, we're going to skip as many of those cutscenes as we can. And of course, I cannot any longer go into fighter jet mode, which is going to make this a trying, especially when I get hit that early, which I did not want to do. That mission, incidentally, was actually going very, very well right up until it didn't. I am not going... Oh, jeez, don't you touch me. I don't know where you've been. I hope some of those connect. Oh, they did. Cool. Hit him with the boom booms. Those are not going to go very far. Oh hey, actually dealt some damage. There we go. Hopefully one of those will hit. The reason those bullets were exploding on thin air is because the actual hitbox of the giant vessel I'm floating over is very large. It is not tiny. Okay, so we want to go for the not Milia Quaedlin route here. We are going to blast it as best we can. Hope our ally is also doing that, because we told them to... Ah, it's bad. Oh, okay. Okay. Now we hit Milia with the business and hope that that actually connects. My ally is hopefully doing that. I do need to save some SP though, so I'm not going to use any SP attacks. I'm going to hope that I get more or less fully charged. Doesn't have to shoot, that's fine. And yes, this is a gunboat. It's huge. It's a very large space vessel. This is what they call a gunboat. Zentradi. It is sort of a problem of scale. It went pretty well. It went pretty well. Now, of course, we have to hit Milia with the big ol' business very early. And hope that we actually get her. We are not going to kill her in time. She's going to kill me. It is going to hurt. Oh, wait. No, we're in dire trouble. Oh, no. Ally, hit him with the business. Please to be business hitting now. This is going well because the AI is not doing anything intelligent at the moment. That is very good for us. Very bad for them. So we got extremely lucky there. And I am going to take it because I will take what I can get. See all my glowing lights. I'm so cool. Look at this. I'm so hot. 80s mecha design was the pinnacle. You tell him, Max. Enemy is exterminated. Mission complete. That should be an S. I'd like it to be a double S. Oh, got a lot of points for that too. It's not the easiest mission in the world, mostly because of that second part, putting you in very close quarters with something that will maul you to death, like a tiger made of rage. That is, I think, the other super pack. I think it is the beamy one, or it might be the half and half. The strike pack. Is the strike pack the one? It has big beam things on it, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if this is the one that has two beamy things. There is one of those. It's not bad. It's not great. Mostly it's because beams in this are sort of mechanically we're gonna beef up our stats because yes. No, maybe. I don't know. This I definitely want to improve. And I do want to improve my gun pod. Gun pods are important. Okay. Yeah, this is, we're getting pretty close to the end game here. If this is the mission I think it is, we might have one more mission. I'm gonna do this one first. Just seeing if I can't get a somewhat better score on it. Yeah, okay, this is the half and half pack. There's another one where it has 2 laser things, which is slightly better because of its super attack. I think it shoots big beam. Big beam. It's kind of good. So I think we just want to dance around this guy for a while. I don't think we want to beat him up. We are just saying hello. Civilian aircraft VT-1, you are in restricted airspace. I'm gonna have to ask you to flap your wings from side to side and land promptly at your nearest aircraft carrier landing bay. Civilian aircraft VT-1, we have noticed that you have a 1-seated vehicle, and yet there are 2 people inside said aircraft. We're going to need you to land immediately, please. You are risking life and limb for a crazy girl who has no idea what she wants. Misa Hayase is a far better match for you. Oh, okay. I'm going to shoot those missiles into the air out of general frustration. Okay, now for the part where I have to actually put in work. And my stats are still not superb. We don't care, we're just gonna dump missiles on everything. Haha, missiles go brrr. We have big boomy missiles, we have smaller boomy missiles. We have big beams, which do big beam things like all that. Oh, this does have the big beam at the end. Okay, maybe I'm getting them confused. Maybe this is the good one. I take it all back. My life has been a lie? I don't want that Goku's Shraft farting around, making my life difficult. Ideally, we do not let them lay a finger on the VT-1. I do not think that is likely. The next actual mission that I'm not going to do as a repeat is going to be the one, though, I think, where I need to legitimately warp. Oh, shit. I do want to take that out as quickly as possible, because they're scary. And we got him. Yeah, Sasagata ne yourself, you goof. Inmay's no good for you, man. I'm telling you. Oh, heck with that. Oh, double heck with that. I didn't want to do that. Now I'm getting shot? I don't want that. I didn't want to do that at all. Oh, no! This is fine. I've made mistakes. Wait, shoot the missile. Thank you. He did. He not dead. I'm in a really bad position. Oh no. Heck with you. I think we're good. No, we're not. I'm in trouble. I'm gonna just use my SP attacks as just charged attacks and slap this thing to death. Because I can afford to do that quite a bit, and it is going to ultimately be pretty beneficial to do things like that. Who do we have left? You, apparently. Sugar. What are you people doing all the way out here? Dying. So hopefully that's an S. It is. We can rest comfortably knowing that we have done a great deed this day. Alright, now I have to consider what stats I'm actually going to improve. Accuracy is a good one to do. This next mission might also be the one where I need to seriously consider using a certain auto skill that is going to let me largely ignore something that the final boss will do. The final boss is not a joke, unfortunately, of this era. He is Bodol Zur in like full combat garb, and that, let's just say that he has learned something from Dick culture and their tentacle ways, and maybe he took the wrong lessons to heart. But they are scary lessons, and we should be very afraid of those lessons, because he is the danger. I don't even remember which one that is. I think I want accuracy. One of these is projectile speed, and one of them is accuracy. That's accuracy. That might be projectile speed or range. I can honestly not remember which. This I am probably going to fail if it is the mission I think it is. There is a good chance of that. We're going to see if we're able to get up to Bodol Zur, if this is indeed the mission in which we do that. This, incidentally, is also the... Yeah, okay, here it is. This is also the source of probably the most frustrating mission in the game for Chronicle missions, where you have to use a specific pilot. Oh yeah, Max, by the way, got giantified. It's a thing. It happened. Love can bloom on a battlefield, and Max proves it. So we're going to do a lot of this. We're not even going to look at what we're targeting because we don't really have time. The enemies are going to do nasty things later. We want to be kind of cautious of that. This thing is dead. Okay, good. We want to target the ships first, I think. Because they are worth a lot of points, I believe. Ultimately, we want all the things to die. Oh, this happens. I forgot about this. So this is a big death ray. And we want to kill all these vessels before the death ray kills them. Because that is a thing that happens. We do not also want to be in all that. I think we... No, my ally got fucking obliterated. And I got hit by something. I'm not sure what. So I need to find my ally and unkill them. If you think this is bad, though, like the Chronicle version of this is worse. Because, like, all enemy stats are ramped up. Your stats are trash. Where are you? There you are. Okay. You tell him, Max, just don't do anything I wouldn't do. I ain't gonna blame Max. He found, like, his own 50-foot tall Amazon warrior queen. Please just fly to this. Thank you. God damn. Oh, these things are awful. Don't do it. It knew. I'm not having it, my guy. So the main thing I absolutely need is for my armor to remain intact, because that is going to save my life later. I want to be targeting vessels. There we go. I think that is what I am targeting. I am in such deep shit. I am in so much trouble. I'm just gonna get out of there. I don't even care about getting an S anymore. What is on me? Oh, it's one of those. You cannot tell your allies to do smart things, unfortunately. Like, get in formation and please join my position, thank you very kindly. You cannot tell them to do that, they will not listen. There is no such command. They do not recognize such commands. It is not in their repertoire. They're not very smart. The AI, it's not exactly clever, but it is ruthless. When it chooses to be. I am currently burning time, mostly eliminating targets so I can actually revive my allies. Like that. Why do you keep reviving them if they're so dumb? Because that's bullets that aren't coming my way, man. That's why. I don't want to die. No. Not killer. Ah, sugar. I'm gonna get out of there, and I'm gonna target it from here. So I think we lost my ally again. That's fine. I'm gonna revive them. That loses me points, I believe, every time they die. I don't think reviving them restores those points. So far, I'm doing a good job of surviving, though, which I'm very happy about. I'm gonna tell them to... There we go. We do want to kill those officers. Vessels in this are much more dangerous than they were in Gundam Battle Universe. People are probably noticing. The game where vessels are truly frightening, though, is Gundam Seed Battle Destiny, where they are absolutely lethal. They are the opposite of trivial. They are the danger. So that could have gone a lot worse, but it could have also gone much better. This is the hard part. Because of Captain Tentacle porn here. This is why I wanted that other skill. Which is going to be largely irrelevant, I think. I should have boosted my radar stat. Those all act as homing missiles, by the way, and they have already ruined my day. Beat them! Or miss a lot. That's fine. I am now stuck. I am now stuck inside boat hole, sir. Hit him! This is... I didn't want to do that. Oh wait, I might be hitting him. I can't see his health. We're gonna hope it's going down, because if it's not, I'm dead. I might be dead anyway, because that's doing damage to absolutely everything. I am holding guard. It does not matter. No, we're hurting him. That's something, right? So we actually cleared that. I'm frankly impressed. Ideally, we would have killed everything in that room, but we didn't. Things did not go well. We got a B, which is maybe better than I deserved. I don't even know why I'm saving this replay data. That was terrible. This is reimagined Britai. Interestingly, Britai's like tactical strategic wizard, whose name eludes me at the moment. The imagery they use for him in Do You Remember Love winds up being what they use in Macross 7. So it sort of has generated a certain degree of debate as to whether just which of them is canon. Do You Remember Love or okay, so Macross Plus is what we're moving on to. Macross Plus, by the way, is going to give us... People like games where the game has like meaningful choices, right? Macross Plus is going to give us that meaningful choice. It is going to have us choose... Oh, sick, the VF4. Ugh. Why is it giving me a VF4 and where? It is going to make us choose whether we back the YF-19 Excalibur or the YF-21 Sturmvogel? The YF-21 or the YF-19 is going to be the choice. We are real men, and we know that the YF-21 is the superior machine. So we're going to go with that. The reasons for doing this are actually very, very simple. It has personal shields it can deploy, which is going to make getting S ranks and stuff a lot easier. So much easier. I can't even tell you how much easier it's going to make things. There are no words to describe how much easier the game will be made. Oh, the V... Okay, so we're gonna... Unfortunately, this can't use any super packs, but it's also extremely good. We are going to have to dump some points into it, though. We do want to redo that last mission. I don't remember why. Let me actually check the shop real quick. Oh, shut up. Okay, those are Zentradi things. I'm not sure what these are. I think that's a Quaedlin Rao. And that might be a new Jadalger. Why is there not the... I don't know. I don't know why there isn't the Striker Pack thing. We're not going to worry about it, though, because we don't actually care. We're going to real quick... This thing is kind of the predecessor to the YF-21. It's a bit of a beast. It has dual machine gun things. It's got good missiles. I think these are boom boom missiles. I said beef those up. Actually, I'm going to beef up its ammo count as well. I'm going to make sure its machine guns are good, because they're kind of useful. We're going to dump them on everything that we see. We're going to beef up our missile accuracy. I want to say its beam shots are relevant for some reason, but I don't remember why offhand. What we're going to do, though, is we are going to take it to a lesser mission that is not a lengthy... Nah, you know what? We're just going to do it on this one and deal with the fallout later. My partner will be in the default colors. Actually, my partner will be in the quote stealth unquote colors. I'll be in the default. We're going to try this again and hope for the best. Oh, I wanted to check my... No, they still don't have that yet. They still haven't gotten anything down here yet. That may be based on specific characters and the having thereof. Um, I believe, if I'm remembering my Macross tech tree, this is a predecessor to the YF21. Like in the direct tech line, but I may be misremembering that, so don't quote me on it. My memory of which companies build what in Macross is extremely dodgy. Because there's a lot that's all behind the scenes and you never see in series. So as you can see, we're just kind of machine gunning everything to death, and we're rather agile and maneuverable, which is also good. We want to be targeting these. I don't think we're going to actually do much substantially better. The main reason we didn't do well before is we took a lot of damage, and we also didn't kill as much as I would have liked. Your super attack is pretty basic. You just shoot. And in this case, you shoot and dash forward, which gets you right in the middle of the giant death ray, which was maybe not ideal. So we're going to move on with our Macross Plus part of the run. We're going to ignore that for now. Suffice it to say, I'll take the time later to try and get that taken care of. I have to change around my support character and my co-pilot. There is a fast pack for the VF11. We do not have it. I'm going to beef up stats as opposed to weapons because we have to deal with some things. The VF11, I think, also gets a one of the better armored packs in the game. One of the few true armored forms in the game, which is pretty good. It does lock you in as a. I kind of like that. Let's stick with that. As a Batroid, but it's also just pretty good in general. Very well equipped. Lots of shooty guns and missiles. And big death rays. Performance-wise, it's an evolution of your VF1s. It's a bigger, better, faster, better armed Valkyrie. This is like test pilot training or whatever. You just shoot a lot at these things, and we're gonna have to fight Isamu, I believe, at the end of this, which is kind of the hard part. Oh, this does have melee combo for its super, which is unfortunate. It also has a bayonet on its gun, which is nice. Okay, we have fear. But no fear anymore. Yeah, we have a bayonet. That's cool. Or a fighter jet that turns into a robot that has a bayonet on its shooting gun, which shoots like depleted uranium rods, like the length of my arm, at hyperkinetic velocities, and at a fire rate that would make a GAU-8 blush. Forget when it's going to have us choose whether to use the 21 or the 19, or if in Ultimate Frontier it doesn't actually give you the choice. I don't remember now. I'm beginning to doubt my sanity, but I do that all the time. That's nothing new. Yes. I should really be beefing up missiles, but we're not going to worry about it. Suffice it to say, as soon as we get the option to use literally any other mech, we should probably take it. Bearing in mind that whatever we choose, we are going to be committed to for the duration. Which is why we're taking the YF-21, because it's good. Okay, they separated out. Yes, the Thunderbolt. Wild Ace. This is where we meet Isamu, who's a bit of a madman. Also canonically alive as a Frontier. Unlike some people. These missiles do not have the range. That is bad. Oh dear. Ah! Not to hit. You're gonna get thwacked, dude. And now we have to deal with the Goon Squad. Fortunately, I have a bunch of SP saved up, so we should be fine. I just have to get close again. I should have just popped it when I was there. Oh no, target them please. Oh no, I just wasted that whole mess. Okay, well that actually went very well, so we're gonna be rest easy with that. All right, S rank, nice. Give me the choice. It's not giving me the choice. We want those to be accurate. We want them to have range and speed, because we are going to be stuck in this for a little while. And I think we also wind up having to use it later in Macross 7 for a while. Macross 7 is an interesting era for your personal progression because you kind of get locked. You wind up getting quite a few different options, but in order to actually use your good pilots that you've leveled up, you're going to have to use lesser options. there's a special gimmick, and I'll go into that later, um, related to some of the fancy sound pod wielding units um, that you are not going to be able to use unless you use specific characters for those. It'll make sense when we get there, I promise. Actually, it won't make sense even then, but that's okay. You'll notice missile performance has taken a bit of a hike. It is, they're pretty good now. I do not necessarily want that. Now we have this guy again. He's reckless, but he's our ace. None of that is close enough to be effective. That's not him. That's him. I'm gonna have my ally just give him the bricks. Guess who? Some crazy guy named Gold Goa Bowman. That's who. He's a bit of a madman. He's of Zentradi descent. I forget the year that Macross Plus takes place. It's a few years have passed. I know that. This beat him side by side with the fists. Now, I guess now is when they give me the choice. So Guld and Isamu know each other from way back. It's good. It is an S rank. Excellent. Superb. Moving right along. Give me the choice. Yes. Yes, it is the choice between the YF-19 and the YF-21. And we're smart, so we're going with the YF-21. It's just better. It just is. I'm sorry, Excalibur fans. I like the Excalibur too, but the YF-21 is just too good. We're going to go with this sort of stealthy neon look, and our ally is going to go with the pink look. That's not an EVA Unit 01. What's going on? We aren't going to have access to fast packs for a while. I'm going to check the shop to see if they have them, just kind of out of a sense of general perversity. I don't think they will. Yeah, they don't. You'll be able to get the Excalibur anyway, so I guess I shouldn't say that it's a meaningful choice. That's sort of disingenuous. But things we want to improve. So its missiles are fine, it has lasers which suck, its machine gun is superb, but it also has this, which is a point defense shield system, which makes me hard to kill. It is therefore highly desirable. We want it. So improving that early is a big deal. Because it's going to save our life. It is also what we're going to wind up blowing a lot of SP on when we don't have it up for use, when it's on cooldown and we lose it. Because damage taken to that, I believe, does not affect your score. Oh, that's right. They put me through my through our paces in terms of obstacle course, and this is kind of tricky. I have to actually play the game. One of these is actually worth using the actual flight model controls for, but we're not going to bother with that. So it's a giant inflatable Minmay doll. We have to fly through, I think. Yeah. So it is at about this time that fightercraft performance takes a huge leap. Both the 19 and the 21 have very, very high performance specs compared to everything else that has gone before them. A really substantial leap. It's also at this point in time, shortly after Macross Plus era, and I'll double check what the year is on that in a minute, that you start having, because fighter performance has gotten so high, it is actively dangerous to the people in said craft. You do want to do, oh, there it is. You do want to do these quickly. Actively dangerous to the pilots. Like, they're already pulling ludicrous G's anyway. And they've got, like, minor inertial dampening shenanigans that they can do. Like, actually nullifying inertia for the pilot. But that is not standard. That's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. That is not super standard. That doesn't even become standard, I don't think, for a while yet. I don't think it's even standard as of Macross 7 inertial dampening. But as of Macross Frontier, it very much becomes the norm and a necessity, because otherwise the mechs themselves are going to literally kill the pilot. They'll just die. They won't be able to survive. So I could have done that better. That's going to be easier as I get good. I'm not going to worry about that, because that doesn't actually matter. It does matter in terms of the the points that I get, but it's beyond that. It's kind of what else. So unfortunately, this part of our arsenal is pointless. This is very much not pointless, but it also isn't going to let us multi-target very well. I think that changes with the fast packs. I think the fast packs give us multi-lock missiles, but we don't have those yet. You'll notice that the damage value here is awfully small. It is 43. That's because I shoot two guns at once. Kinda good. Alright, so those are reasonably accurate. We're going to beef up our missile accuracy because we're going to use that a lot. Melee is actually going to be useful for our super attack. We have a sort of melee super. Sort of. Oh, this one's kind of a pain. We have to fly through this quickly, shooting at all the targets that show up. That's kind of a pain. We have a couple of these. I'm probably going to go back and redo one or two. And then we actually have some real combat, but a lot of it boils down to being boss fights against Isamu. A lot. Like we have to do that 2 or 3 times, I think.
時間内にターゲットを全て破壊し、目標エリアに移動しなさい。テストを開始するわ。
私の腕前見せてやるさ。
Paintballs, guys. Don't worry about it. I do want to go south because I want to take out that Quaidlin Rao because points. As you can see, I dispatched that very handily. Gonna have to. Oh, jeez. So I do actually want to be in Gerwalk most of the time because it's usually easier than I'm making it look. I want what route? I want to go straight through here. Oh, heck with this. If you watch Macross Plus, you can actually see the physical toll that things like the YF-19 take on Isamu himself, and then Guld, Goa Bowman, the guy who pilots the YF-21, also has to deal with some pretty nasty stuff, but I believe the 21 actually has one of those semi-prototyped inertial dampeners, which helps, but it also makes the unit obscenely expensive, which you'd kind of expect. My ally's actually putting in work, taking out the targets. And we want to put that on. So that yellow bar underneath my health is the okay, I want to kill this thing here. Easy as milk. Safe as milk? Whatever. We did not do that as quickly as we could have done. I think we took out everything on the map, which is good. We did so without getting shot, which is even better. Heck with all that. Both the YF-21 and the YF-19 have decent melee in terms of strength and tracking. The YF-21's super attack is a kamikaze rush, which you were about to see, but aren't going to now. Oh good, we got an S, we never have to touch that again. Until I decide to get double S ranks on everything, which is unlikely for the scope of this particular stream series. I'm probably going to do the extra missions. I might make a stab. I will definitely do the enemy missions as well. I may make a stab at the what are they called? Nice, you forgot your English language. At the Chronicle missions, though probably not. So here they're gonna have us actually shoot targets that shoot back, which is gonna be fine. But the difficulty is I need to switch weapons to this as quickly as possible to mitigate damage taken. We're just gonna shoot things a lot. Get that reloading. Ah, here's a VF4. That's 2 VF4s trying to kill me to death. That's bad. Guess what? No more VF4. Don't worry, there's more where that came from. Oh, sugar. That I think is the VF4S. Oh, it's the VF9, even worse. We don't want to get hit by that. You may not know this, but that will hurt. And clonk. That's gonna like one-shot nearly everything in the game, and nearly everything we fight. There is another good reason why we picked the YF-21. It is partly for that super, and it's going to be relevant for some of the final missions. Wait, we're having to fight a Koenig monster? What? So this will kill... Well, it didn't kill us. One of them's still alive. That's bad. That might still be an S. We did okay. Oh, it's a double S. We did great. That may be our designated grinding mission if we have to grind for points, which I hope we don't. I don't think that was a fast pack unlock. It was not. I don't know if we even get that. Let's scoot to the bottom. No, we don't have that yet. That's fine. May try that one again eventually. First, I'm going to... Yes, improve the reload time on that. I'm going to improve damage on my melee, because that's going to help my super and make sure it is a guaranteed kill. I'm going to keep ignoring the lasers, even though they're quite a bit stronger than they have been previously. I am going to want to beef that up, actually. Because having my guns able to be fired at any time is very desirable. I think this is a canyon run. Yes, it's a canyon run. Plus, the Sturmvogel is, the YF-21 is incredibly pretty. So, don't get me wrong, again, I like the YF-19, but the YF-21 and 22 are just better. They just are. Sorry, Excalibur fans. Yeah, those are going wherever they want. That's nice. Oh, buddy. You're dead. You can actually sort of hit multiple enemies with that if you're changing targets a lot and very quickly. Like I did. Alright, a number of aces down there. And that could have been very, very dangerous. That. It helps that my ally does the same thing at the same time when I do those. So you can basically use that as a, I need this enemy dead now, and I'm in no position to actually fight them, and have your ally do it for you. this guy shows up. I forget what we have to do with him, though.
敵の増援よ強力な攻撃に注意しなさい
Yes.
いける
There we go. I think I got them all in one go, which was nice.
目標の敵戦
Now
艦
I
を
have to
確
blow up
認
one of these again. No biggie, we did it before. What they're doing hiding in this canyon is anybody's guess. Zentradi remnants being Zentradi remnants. Who knows what they're thinking? I actually flipped too quickly there. And I was facing the wrong way for a second. Oh my goodness, stop. If I do that, is that going to go through the wall? No, it's not. It's worth a shot. That's not dying. Now it's dying. I'm gonna tell my ally to blow something up. Like that, I guess. I didn't even see what they shot, but they killed it.
もしかしなくても強すぎ
I'll take it. S ranks, like I've said before, are fine. A ranks are less than ideal, but manageable. But S ranks are what we're always striving for if we can possibly swing it. I'm gonna double check the shop and see if we've got the fast pack available, because I want to get that early. We don't.
私なんかが見せ場
That
じ
is
ゃ
okay.
買
I'll
って
live.
くれないよね
You notice I'm largely ignoring my actual stats. I'm going for guns, beefing them up, making them better. I'm gonna improve my missiles. Actually, can I max one of these out? I can max either of those out. That's a difference of 6 missiles. I'm gonna go with the reload time. Yeah. We do want to beef up our defensive stats because those also count for the shield that we can deploy. So we do care about that. Mostly this is going to become... oh yeah, this is shoot down lots of drones. This one can actually be a little tricky, as I recall. One of these can be tricky. I don't remember which one. Mostly in scoring well. I might just be thinking of the mid-May one.
攻撃目標が離脱を開始した
So
わ
these we have to all blow up.
全域を突破される前
Easy.
に撃破し
Multi-targeting, as I recall, is the real trick, but if we just mash target, we can
私
usually
の
kill
腕前
everything.
見せてやるさ
This is also where drones start becoming a big deal in terms of Macross lore, because around the time that this stuff was being made, drones were starting to really come into play for most militaries.
攻撃目標撃破
They were starting to become
爆撃
the
から
technology
大量のドローンが出現したわ迎撃しなさい
of the future. Oh, don't do that. That was scary. It made me frightened. With cheats, you can actually play as the drones. I don't think you can do it naturally, though. I don't think you can unlock them. You know what? Hell with this. We move so fast, we can probably kill them all. It's a big probably. That's enough out of you. Try and take out as many of these drones as I can. You'll notice I also will still try to avoid missiles because, like, they can hurt me. There's also, yeah, one of the big big part of the finale here is fighting something called the Ghost X9, which is a very high performance, super high performance drone, autonomous drone device, which has been taken over by a very angry AI indeed. We have to kill it. So while these hyper-technological fighters are being developed, they're also developing autonomous things, which have absolutely retarded performance specs, like the Ghost X9. Suffice it to say, this thing just doesn't care. It moves faster than the human eye can perceive too easily. It shoots a zillion missiles while it's doing it. It's just generally extremely hazardous. As you'd kind of expect, it doesn't have to worry about having a meat body in the pilot seat. So it is performing according to spec. All right, 48 missiles. Yes, good, yes. I don't want that. I want that. I'm pretty sure my super's attack stat is tied to my melee damage. Pretty sure. Might be wrong. Don't think I am. Not ultra critical that I level that up, but it will be relevant later. Yeah, let's go for it. In the blue. It's our good friend the ocean level. I don't think we can go underwater on this one. I think it's all sky, which is fine. Something about destroids? I missed that. Oh, we do go underwater on this one. Well, that's fine. Underwater. The jets can't actually do much underwater. It's pretty embarrassing. What I'm doing here is I'm just swapping targets constantly. I don't want that guy alive. I'm gonna get within like a kilometer of him and then just hit him with the business. I don't like monsters. Alright, I like monsters very much, but not when they're fighting me, I should say. So I'm just, like, all the time while I'm holding down my attack button, I'm mashing my target button. Yeah, we don't want to do that. In later Macross titles, By Art Dink, the forms feel a lot better defined in terms of their role.
攻撃目標発見
I'll blow this thing up first. Work it around. Oh, here we go. Let's take that out.
これからも頼むぞ
There we go. And there we go. That went pretty well. I don't think we took any damage. Yeah, we got a double S because we're just that good. Also, we fought against a bunch of enemies that didn't shoot back, and when the monsters showed up, we didn't give them a chance to shoot back because they're scary. They make me scared. Okay, so that's about as good as that's going to get. I'm going to ignore lasers, and I'm going to start beefing up my actual stats, namely resistance and health. The actual amount of health won't matter for this thing. What I could wind up doing, and may wind up doing later, is diverting stats into this to make it harder for me to be killed. Because the final gauntlet of missions is extremely, extremely tricky. They're long, they're involved, and they're extremely dangerous. Lots of nastiness. Yeah.
21シュトゥルムフォーゲル発信を許可するわ頑張りなさい
I definitely want to do Macross 30 Voices Across the Galaxy, I think is the way that Ginga knows something Utage.
やってみる
I definitely want to do that, stream that, because that game is just fantastic. It takes, like, everything from this game, changes a few things up, and then turns the whole thing into an open world RPG. It's crazy. Also eliminates the majority of the Destroyed cast, which does make me sad. I forgot to put on my suit. That. Already lost my barrier. I'm gonna have to redo this mission because I just like have eaten damage because I got cocky. Oh no, I'm dead. Melee doesn't care about your shields, sadly. Oh, hell with this. So I'm gonna have to redo this one, that's fine. Stop breeding monsters, golly. Get him with the business. Thank you. Condition is changed. You took a zillion damage. Enjoy your A. I'm going to try that again, because I can do much, much better than that. So yeah, the basic plot of Macross Plus is Isamu Dyson is a really reckless dude, and he winds up like making everybody in high command very upset with his actions, just by existing and being a hothead. So they basically give him an ultimatum. Well, okay, we're going to assign you to a near-suicidal pilot testing because we need you're a super good pilot, but you're going to need to. Do you want to test a super powerful plane? And he's like, yes. And he's like, well, you're going to have to be on. High command is like, you're going to have to be on your best behavior. And he's like, okay, I'll do it, I swear. So they're using it to get him out of command's hair as well as actually test in this bid between two companies what's going to be the next gen fighter craft for going forward for the Macross verse. Um, little does he know that his old friend Goldgoa Bowman, who he had a big breaking up with, falling out with earlier in his life, for reasons that become clear, read Guld goes crazy and like rapes Isamu / Guld's girlfriend. It's really fucked up, actually. It's implied that that's what happened. I'm not sure that's exactly what occurred, but it is very heavily implied. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to run on the ground shooting things and hope that that's enough. That is not taking any hits at all. So we're going to switch to Gerwalk and hope that that's enough. Well, you don't. I'm going to muck around over here on top of everything and just shoot missiles. Maybe if my ally decided to not get shot. So my ally's dead. That's not ideal. But it's fine. Because we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. Because the AI is not targeting us very effectively. This is actually killing things. I am getting combo hits, which is good. Oh, that's my ally being targeted. That's useless. Don't do that. Heck with you. Get thwacked. That's not it. Don't do that. Come on. Shoot him! Hit him with the... Oh, okay. He did. Well, they're gonna get bullied to death. I should have told them to super it. Like this. So that went a lot better for me anyway. My ally died, but... And time sucked, because it took us forever to do, but that's okay. Ah, we got an S, so it doesn't matter. Usually if you kill everything, you'll get at least an S. It's pretty good about that. So the main negative about using the YF-21, as I hinted at before, is it does not have multi-targeting capability. It is very good at one-on-one. It is not so good at groups, but it also outperforms absolutely everything. So it's fine. This is hard, because we have to take out both of them. There's a mission later, I think, where we have to take them both out twice, and they are both very dangerous if they are permitted to live for more than like a couple seconds. 1 sec, let me look at my notes here. Mobility, thruster, stability, and turning. Okay. I think turning's the one I want. Yeah, stability is not. So I want to ignore that stat. I don't care about getting hit. What I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go back and retry this one and see if I can't do it a little better. Worst comes to worst, I'll have the fast pack later, and I can just kind of easily blitz through this. I should have boosted my thruster rate, because speed is what matters here. There it is. There it is. Almost went past it. Ugh. I make this look easy, by the way. This is the opposite of easy with just a D-pad. Oh my goodness. Ugh. There you are. That I think went pretty well. It's the turning that's difficult, because I only have like... Yes, okay, we got an S. I don't care beyond that. It's not going to give me anything for doing that, by the way. I'd like to state for the record. I will get nothing for that other than general sense of completion. And some points, which are good. Points are good. Radar I do want, actually. Pump into radar. Radar good. Radar very good. Being able to target enemies outside at a far distance is very handy, even though I don't have many weapons that can take advantage of enhanced range. Let me real quick double check. Yes, okay, yes, okay. I don't think I wind up getting any of this stuff till post-game, but we're gonna hope for the best. Alright, this mission's a bit tricky. Because again, having to fight both of these guys at the same time is not easy. What I'm probably going to do is have my ally super one of them, and then I'll super the other, and hope against all hope that that actually gets them both. The difficulty is that I am not going to have super for a while. So I've got to wait till my super gauge builds up. Oh boy. Oh, he's got a fast pack and everything. We don't want that. Get rid of that. Because that'll protect him from a hit that we don't need. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. He's stuck right now, which is good for us and bad for us. No, 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 no. My ally just got thwacked. Alright. Get him. That did not kill him. That is so suboptimal. Oh no. I'm in trouble. Hit him. Hit him with the business. Get him. Thwack. Oh, no you don't. No? Please stop? There we go. Got him. Now we just have to deal with, ourselves. Sort of.
データは十分に取れたわ。戦闘を終了します。私もやればできるみたい。女は強しかしらね。私も見習うわ。
Wait, what about the YF21? We're supposed to have a YF21 we need to... Oh, maybe this is the one where you just fight your opposite number. Okay, that's fine by me. There's also like a combo system for doing like combo hits. Oh, we unlocked the YF19. Nice. And we got the fast pack. We want that. That's going to help us very, very much. So now if we really wanted to, we could use the YF19, but we don't, so we're not going to. Womp womp. Womp womperino. That's most of our stats done. I actually put some points into this because I think the fast pack does not have the whatchamacallums, the lasers. It has missiles instead, I think. Okay, so the game's been all happy scrappy up until now for Macross Plus, but now Sharon Apple, the murderous HAL 9000 style AI, is out to just be a crazy AI, and we have to blow it up. It is in the process of hijacking its way onto the SDF-2, or the remains of the SDF-1, I don't remember now. And it is basically going to wreak havoc and be horrible, and we have to blow it up, because that's what we do. And it has like hacked the entire defensive network of Earth at this point. We have cluster missiles again, though. That's nice. But we keep our pinpoint barrier, which is important. But now we actually have multi-locking, as well as even better, like, one-on-one performance, which is nice. This, I believe, is a multi-part mission that can go... that gets very nasty towards the end. And the pinpoint barrier stacks on top of our armor, our fast pack, which is good. We have to kill all these things. Yes, these are all Earth surplus. These are all Earth defenses. These are not Zentradi. These are not aliens trying to destroy Earth. These are hijacked defensive weapons. We need to blow them all up. And I am stuck. And I'm no longer playing games. We're going to shoot them all. game did not like that, as you may have noticed. This is slightly worse, incidentally, than our, oh my goodness, all the boom boom. That is mostly the emulator being kind of scraggly, although the game itself naturally has some difficulty there. It's kind of understandable, though. I just want to be dead. Oh, jeez. Okay. Enjoy those. They're a gift. Oh, I actually may have flown outside of attacking range. These are kind of annoying because they hurt when they hit you. That may have been what hit me before. I did keep my fast pack though, which is good. The AI, as I recall, has actually developed weird affection because of the person whose personality was programmed into it for Isamu, and is like dedicated to showing him the thrill of a lifetime, which would be really funny if it didn't involve becoming a murderous psychopathic monster of a machine. So we're going to try shooting him down as quickly as humanly possible. I'm not confident we're going to succeed, but we're going to try, because he can one-shot us. We do not want that. We want our shield up. We want to pop those out. We want to... Those are not going very far, are they? Shut up, Isamu. So, meanwhile, Guldgoa Bowman has, because of PTSD, totally forgotten that he may have beaten up both he and Isamu's girlfriend in his dark past. Oh, I do not want that to hit me. Oh my god, oh my god! I'm gonna tell them to pop a super at it while I just come around for another shot. Shoot him with the business. I just need to hit, like, a bullet. Oh, no. What is he doing? Isamu, however, has not forgotten the fact that Guld did bad things. Okay, we got him, I think. Now for the slightly less tricky part. But still kind of obnoxious. Fortunately, he is nicely in range to get slapped. We do want to avoid that if we can. It is a war of attrition at this point. We want to just chip away at him. If he gets rid of our fast pack, it's kind of okay. It's not ideal, but we can actually damage him quite a bit then. He's obviously doing many missiles at this point. Okay, so he's gonna try doing that to us. We don't like it. You wanna maybe pop an ult on him, maybe? Like shoot him to death? Yeah, that'd be good. Thanks. Maybe like this too? Yeah, that'd be good too. Yeah, shoot him. It's crazy, I know. Novel concept, right? I forgot we were on the clock. My ally's going to die, so that's good. Okay, just hit him with the suicide attack. There we go. This is another one of the situations where going with the A version of the pack, which keeps your original super attack intact, is actually a good idea. There are not many scenarios where that is true. This happens to be one of them. We got an S rank, so we don't care. We should probably be maxing out our mech stats pretty shortly then. But it's not over yet. Not over yet. Unfortunately. This is where things get a mite tricky. I don't want that, I want that. We have that maxed. We just need to beef up that, which we won't quite do, but it'll be close. I'm going to double check the shop. I don't think... I'm pretty sure they've given me everything now that this era has to hold, other than getting some additional points, which I'm not going to spend the cash to do. So yeah, now for the... actually, that is what I want to do. I want to switch that to type A, because it is going to make fighting the ghost much easier. The reason we want to do that for this is because the ghost flies absurdly fast. It can cross the entire massive map in like a second and a half to a couple seconds. So it's going to ignore. Our missiles are irrelevant. Our missiles mean nothing to it. Our bullets basically mean nothing to it except for incredibly good vectoring and angling on our part. So what we're going to use to overcome this particular gap in lethality and speed is A, kill all these horrible things, but B, our super attack, which turns us into a projectile, which homes in very handily. It can still dodge us, by the way, which is really annoying, but it gives us our best shot. Yeah, nah, goodbye. Oh, that didn't kill it. Oh, oh no. It's dead. It's gonna clear out a bunch of that. Or not. That's fine. We also are now in mechs that are high performance enough to actually outrun missiles actively. If we shoot them. Like if we shoot our missiles out, we will clank them. There we go. Oh, I forgot to change it for that. That's okay. This is the Ghost X9. It looks very unassuming, but it is very much the danger. This is what I fear. I am not close enough. I hit it! That's good. We're gonna do that again. And that should be the Ghost X9's Reign of Terror gone. I have learned through much trial and error that this is why you go with the YF21. Trying to do that with the YF19 is just suffering, because you have to shoot it down, or melee punch it to death, and that's not going to happen. Ever. It won't happen. So you almost have to go with the YF21 just for that mission. That I made look easy. It is normally not. This is a bit trickier because there's a lot of things shooting at me all at once. And I need to pop my shield on like so, and start dumping ammunition into please switch weapons. Everything. So mostly, we're just gonna fly as quickly as we can. Oh yeah, and it does the song, and the song reverses all our controls. It is so annoying. I forgot about that. Okay, I do need to actually target something here. And all these components have like some sort of gun system all over them. So they're kind of hard to hit. But yeah, we basically have to dismantle this whole thing. It has stopped shooting back because we've killed enough of the really dangerous stuff. We should be okay. Barring some stray hits, which can happen. And I think that's it. Or, you know, do that. That's fine. There we go. So that actually went very well. And it's very good timing, too, because I got a scoot. That went pretty well. Yeah, a lot of the time we're going to be in fighter jets from here on out, because fighter jets are faster and more maneuverable. He's being cocky. This is he and Guld's ex-girlfriend. They used to like be in like a plane aeronautics club or something. She was like, "I support you both so much. You're my best friends." And then Guld goes and beats her up, and Isamu never forgives him ever until he's dead, pretty much. Ooh, that's what I like to see. That's very nice. Double S rank, first try, no sweat. Gimme that. Yeah, I'll save that. I'll save that replay data. You bet. So yeah, pretty dope. After this, I think it moves on to, yeah, I don't think they have the Macross Plus OVA/movie. Is just the, yeah, it's just a series, which is like 6 episodes or something. It's pretty short. Worth it though. Gorgeous dogfights. Like plot-wise, it's fine, but it exists plot-wise. You watch it for the ridiculous Top Gun dogfights. They're so good. Macross Zero is the only one that comes close. It's like the only thing I'll give Macross Zero is that it has really superb dogfights. Alright, so now we can move on to Macross 7. Possibly my favorite Macross series. It's up there. It's way up there. And yeah, they just gave us the Ghost X9 because why wouldn't you, right? I don't think it'll let me check real quick. I want to Google. So in the year of our Lord 2045, we are basically spreading across the galaxy something fierce, because that's what humans do. They spread everywhere and they colonize everything in sight. The Macross 7 fleet, which has a bunch of civilian vessels and is incidentally led by our boy Max, this guy right here, is traveling the galaxy finding some place to colonize. We've got a bunch of civilian ships that have, you know, various environments for people to live in. He and his wife kind of had a rough patch. They are separated right now, but not after having like 10 kids. 12 kids? It's 12 or 7. It's 12 or 8. It's a lot of children. They bred like rabbits. Their children are absolutely everywhere now. They are a substantial percentage now of the human race at this point. It's their kids. They were like, we're going to repopulate. However, not all in the universe is all fine and happy scrappy, because we've lost contact with some of the fleets we've sent out. I wonder why. Oh, it's the 11C, so none of our progress did count. However, the 11C does get a dope armored pack. I wonder if I can buy it straight off. That would be kind of cheating, but we're going to try. Oh, I can like buy all of them. Oh god. That's the armored pack right there. I want it. Or I could earn it. We also have some VF19 variants that I can get to fairly early. Some of them I'm not going to be able to do anything with, but we're not going to worry about that for now. What we are going to worry about is, can I use the Ghost X9 straight off? No, I can't. That is only for the enemy course, which I kind of figured. So I'm already at more tune points than I know what to do with for the YF21, which will become relevant later once I unlock over-tuning, or tune limit restrictions. I'll be able to tune everything up to the max, so it'll be like, what is it? 99 for everything, but, oh my god. Oh yeah, I'm not going to be able to even do that, because the cost for doing that. 99 for everything but health, which is like a very high number. It's probably like 99 or 10,000 or so. I think it's 10,000. They all cap out at. I'm not going to worry about getting double S ranks on things. Macross Plus era is probably the one that's most manageable for that. But we're not going to worry about it for now, because we don't need to. I do want to get that running, but in order to do that, I've got to actually level stuff up. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to check... Nope. And nope. Ah, well. So yeah, Macross 7 stuff for next week. That'll be pretty rad. We are going to teach you the power of song, and how you can use it as an offensive weapon to fight your enemies. What colors do we have? Oh, I like all of these, but I like that one most of all. I'll have them be green. And we'll beef up its actual stats, because things kind of start off a little rough from what I remember. You end up getting better stuff pretty much immediately. Like the VF17s, you wind up getting access to fairly early, and those are a substantial buff, a substantial boon. But they also, for the most part, do not have machine gun pods. They have laser beam gun pods, which are like single shot and kind of annoying to use. And some of them also have auxiliary lasers too, and therefore suck kind of immensely. But one or two of them are pretty good. There's also the real shining stars, which are the Valkyries used by the band Firebomber, and those are very good. Because they take out entire maps on their own, but we are not going to have access to that for a while, so we're not going to worry about it. So yeah, hope people enjoyed. Hopefully I didn't make too much of a mockery of the game, or bore you to death too much. I swear it's more exciting to play. I do try to do this stream every week. Every Monday is Mecha Mondays, where I do something giant robot related or mecha adjacent. Right now we're doing our run through of that's right, I have to change my co-pilot. I'm doing a run through of Macross Ultimate Frontier from the PSP. Every Wednesday I try to do a Warframe stream, Warframe Wednesdays, where I'll just do something Warframe related for a while, for a couple hours. And then on Saturdays are Storytime Saturdays, where I read short stories and indeed entire novels aloud. Right now we're about 2/3 going on 3/4 of the way through The Moon is a Harsh Mistress by Robert A. Heinlein. A book where you can hear me speak with a really bad Russian accent slash patois, while you hear about a successful revolutionary coup against Earth by the Lunar Penal Colony. Former Penal Colony. Now they're an actual colony because they've just gotten free. They have declared their independence. So yeah, feel free to tune into that if you want to be read to with my dulcet tones of trying to speak like a Russian. Not very well, but it's doable. And using a few other accents along the way, because why not? So yeah, that's it for me. I'm Fragath. I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Space cowboys and cowboyettes. Space farmhands in general? I don't know. Next time, you will listen to our song. All right, folks, have a good